English is not my first language, so sorry in advance. To start, I, 34F, had been dating Leon, 42M, for 2 years. My uncle became friends with Leon when they started working together, and he began coming to family gatherings and birthdays. Leon is a great guy, and we got along instantly. My family always talked about Leon, saying how good of a man he was. One day, Leon asked me out on a date, and I said yes, so we started dating. Leon has 2 children, 14M and 12M, and his wife passed away in an accident 9 years ago. Here comes the problem, Leon always talks about his wife. I know it sounds ugly to complain about it, but I don't say it out of jealousy. I mean, it makes me uncomfortable. He mentions her in intimate moments, such as after we've been intimate or when we're on a date. Sometimes he just starts telling me random anecdotes about his wife, and I just sit there feeling like I'm sleeping with a married man, and I'm the side piece. I don't ask for much, just to have a date where it's just me and him, truly just me and him. He goes to a psychologist, so according to him, he's working on his grief, but I doubt it very much. I'm not the first girlfriend he's had since his wife passed away. He still has contact with his wife's family, which is understandable. They are the grandparents of his children. I have met them in person only once, and all they did was tell me how much Leon and his wife loved each other, and I don't know if it was intentional, but they treated me really badly. I remember that they played a video with photos of Leon and his wife when they got married while I was just standing there because they didn't even give me a chair to sit on. Do they think it's cute for me to see my boyfriend with his wife? I don't know, but it's not cute, it's weird. He always says in front of me that she was the love of his life. I find it sweet, but when I think about the future, I'm just like, do I really want to get old with a man who makes it clear that he will never love me the same way? Is that the kind of love I want? I want to be the only one for my future husband. One time, I took him to my favorite place, and he just said, "It's beautiful, I wish wife's name were here so we could show her this." You two would have been good friends. It's like being a third wheel in my own relationship. I can recount many situations like these, there's too many to list. We've talked about this, but most of the time, he just says he does it without thinking, then he seems to forget about it and goes back to his usual behavior. It makes me feel like I'm not being heard at all. The only time I talked about this with my family, I was told that a real woman wouldn't be jealous of a woman who's not even alive anymore. I'm not jealous, I'm uncomfortable, and I would be happy to be with a man who loved another woman like that. I just expect him to love me almost the same. They said I shouldn't expect him to love me in the same way since all love is different, and that I should just be empathetic and supportive of him. I listened to them, but nothing got better. I've been feeling so much pressure to go through with this that I can't take it anymore. Anyway, I stopped listening to my family and finally talked with my friend, who's a psychologist. She told me that his behavior is not healthy for anyone and that I should think for myself. She texted, "Good for him for loving his wife so much, but you don't deserve to be used as an emotional support doll." And you know what, she's right. I have decided to end the relationship, but this year marks 10 years since the passing of his wife. Not only his family, but even my family is helping them host a family reunion in her honor with the things she liked. I think it's a nice thing to do, but I'm totally ready to end the relationship, yet I'm afraid I'll be seen as the bad guy in the story. The 10th anniversary is in July. I want to end the relationship at this very moment, but I fear that I will be a piece of crap if I do it this year when he is so vulnerable, and even my family is pushing me to act like I was his wife's best friend. He even says that his wife and I would be good friends if we had met. Why would you want your wife to be best friends with a woman you're sleeping with right now? It's too weird, and I think I'm insane because everyone around me sees it as something cute. In short, I don't know if I should break up with him right now or wait until, I don't know, next year? Would I be a piece of crap if I break up with him now? Update 1. A few people who had experienced the same situation messaged me, and that really helped me feel understood. I finally talked with all my friends about everything he did. I had always avoided doing that because I knew they would tell me to leave him, but I just ended up feeling trapped by everyone else's words. We didn't love each other, and that's obvious, even if he says otherwise. Yes, I actually posted to get approval. I don't know how bad that is, but I needed to know that I was doing the right thing, and that I'm not crazy before I told the truth to my friends. The next day, I finally talked to Leon. I really needed to break up at that point. He came to see me at my house, and I told him we needed to talk. I went straight to the point, saying I wanted to end the relationship, and he instantly asked me what he did wrong. We had literally had this talk before, and he knows what things make me feel uncomfortable. I was tired, so I just proceeded to list everything he did, how he never defended me from his in-laws, how he never made an effort to stop mentioning his wife all the time even though I told him 1,000 times that it made me uncomfortable, and how he made me feel like I was the third wheel in my own relationship, etc. He apologized, saying the same thing as always, that he doesn't realize it when he does that. Again, we've had this discussion many times before, but this time I told him I wanted to break up. I also told him that I don't think his therapist is helping, but Leon just said that I'm wrong and that he is helping and that he feels mentally well. Leon told me we could start going to his therapist together because he knows that it can be hard for a woman to be with a widower, as jealousy is a normal thing in this kind of case, and that really triggered me. I've let both his and my family make me believe that I'm a crazy, jealous person. I've let even blogs about widower couples fill my head with things like, you just have to be empathetic, don't expect him to love you. He's always going to love his first wife more, so just get used to it and be a good woman. I've let myself be trampled on just because everyone told me that getting over a loss is difficult and that I have to be empathetic and think about the other person. I'm so damn tired of it, I'm tired of being empathetic. I've been dragging this thought for months, and in that moment, I just burst out. We yelled at each other and said a lot of things, but in the end, he maintained his belief that I'm wrong and just jealous. He said I clearly don't feel ready to date a widower, and that I ended up like his ex. I told him he's a hypocrite, that he talked badly about his ex-girlfriend, but now I'm sure he treated her the same way he treated me. He probably sought out submissive women to fill the void and used us as objects for the thing between his legs. None of that resonated with him because he left my house, saying I'm just jealous of a ghost and that I disappointed him. I'm fed up and so angry as I write this. As soon as he left, I sent my mother a message saying that I'm not going to live the same life as my sister-in-law, living in the shadow of a woman who's no longer in this world. I told her they should have empathy for me, not for a man who's not even their family. I told her that I'm tired of being pressured and don't care if I go back into the earth single. I'm sure they don't care about how I feel. In the end, they will keep saying I have a cold heart, like always, but I want to stop caring about that. My friends are staying at my house to keep me company, and I can finally get all the accumulated feelings out of my mind with them. I don't feel good being second, and I know I'll always be second. I don't want to replace the first wife's place, and I know that even if I wanted to, I never will. I know a lot of people feel good with that kind of relationship, but not me. Maybe I'm really cold-hearted, but I'm certainly not that empathetic. If his wife were alive, he would clearly never choose me, he wouldn't even look at me. I don't like that kind of love, and I really had a hard time accepting that I don't want that kind of love for myself. I feel that I am still young and can wait for a man who will have me as the first choice in his heart. I hope Leon can overcome his traumas and be happy, but not with me. Someone messaged me that I don't deserve his love, but what love are we talking about? I'm just there to satisfy his urges in bed and nothing more at this point. For now, he's not going to change and doesn't want to change, but that's not my business. I'm not a bedroom therapist anymore. I'd rather be single forever than fall into that again. I want to start more therapy and Pilates. I'm still obviously affected by all of this, and nothing really changed. Nothing would change that fast, but I'm just happy that I'm free now. For now, I just wanted to vent, so sorry if everything sounds too aggressive.